Incident is of February 16, 1943, when a Halifax bomber, i.e. a British Air Force plane carrying 6 commandos, crossed the border of Norway, and this plane was flying very low. But why? So that it could not be caught by the German raiders. But what were these people doing in Norway? So, brother, they were on a mission, and the mission was to stop Nazi Germany from making an atomic bomb at any cost. This mission was not easy, because 3 months before Operation Freshman had failed, in which 2 British gliders crashed in the border area of Norway due to bad weather, and the people who survived this crash were caught and interrogated by German soldiers. Now, because weapons and Norwegian currency were found with them, they were considered spies, and after torturing them, they were shot. Now, from here, Germany understood one thing, that America and its followers would go to any extent to stop Germany from making the bomb. But here a question must be coming in your mind, that what was Germany doing in Norway, and this atomic bomb was being made? What is the matter of the bomb? I mean, Germany could have made the atomic bomb at its own place itself. What was the need to come to Norway to do this work? Is there any connection between them? Yes, there is indeed. Otherwise, Heisenberg and the rest of the scientists associated with the nuclear program found out that tremendous energy can be created by bombarding neutrons on uranium. But there was a problem, and the problem was that they were not able to control this reaction. As you know, that when a neutron collides with a uranium atom, then 3 neutrons come out from it, 3 or 2. Now these neutrons collide with the surrounding uranium atoms, and this chain reaction continues like this. Now, if it is not controlled, then such a tremendous energy coming out suddenly will create a very big explosion. Now here you must be thinking that yes, okay, this was their aim, that is, to make an explosion. So when the explosion was already happening, then where was the problem in it? There was a problem, brother. The problem was that firstly, uranium is already fussy, that is, unstable, and on top of that, if it does not get a controlled environment, how can we trust it? It will say anytime, if I explode, it will take away the people who make it as well. Now see, Germany wanted to use plutonium in its atom bomb. Now plutonium is found in abundance in nature, and the way to make it was nuclear transmutation, that is, bombarding neutrons on uranium-238. Now, when you bombard neutrons, that is, you will hit by giving neutrons, then there was a big problem in controlling this reaction. Now, to control this reaction, a moderator was needed, which was D2, and if this reaction is controlled, then plutonium will be obtained from it, and then this plutonium will be used to make atom bombs, and this is called nuclear enrichment. Now, there was a problem in this as well. D2O means it is found in very small quantity in nature. It is not easily available, but D2O can be made artificial, and this D2O was being made in the hydropower plant of Norway. But these Norwegian D2O, what were they doing? See, D2O is also used to make fertilizers. Now, as soon as this news reached Germany that DO was being made in Norway's power plant, they attacked Norway with their army and captured the power plant, meaning they captured a large area. But another problem arose. The Norwegians already knew that Germany would capture this power plant anytime with its army. These people turned out to be very smart. What did they do? They smuggled out all the heavy water they had from here, meaning they took it out of their country. Germany did not get even a drop. Now another question must be coming to your mind, that did these Germans not use fertilizers and water? Meaning fertilizers from trees, water, etc. They could have made heavy water in their country too. Look, you are absolutely right. Actually, Norway was the first and only country in the world that was able to make D2O artificially, meaning they had got that technology and Germany did not have this technology. So what option is left? Only one option is left, meaning the thing which they do not have. Take it away, and they reached there to do this. Now they entered the power plant of Norway, but they did not find water, but they definitely found the technology through which heavy water could be made, and they started the production of heavy water by using their scientists. Now this news reached America as well, but America and its followers knew that America itself was making a nuclear bomb, so it was not going to send its special forces commandos to Norway. So Britain took the responsibility of this work. Now Britain launched Operation Freshman, which failed. Now see, here Britain did not have many options, meaning if they did a bombing raid, there was no guarantee that it would succeed because Germany had installed anti-aircraft guns in the entire area. The second option left was to give the responsibility of destroying the power plant to a person inside, but the possibility of this was also less. After all, who would betray Hitler? Finding and setting someone up was a huge task, and there was also a danger of double-cross in this. After this, a plan was made that the commandos of the British Special Forces would raid this power plant. Now it was a suicide mission, meaning if you get caught, you are sure to die. The army will not come to save you. And if this mission fails, then it was also certain that Hitler will do a nuclear test before America, meaning that the result of World War II depended on the success or failure of this single mission. Now you must be thinking that the British do not seem to be the kind of people who would sacrifice their people for someone else. Well, if you are thinking this, then you are absolutely right. It was like this. Actually, these special commandos of the British Army were citizens of Norway, not British citizens. When Hitler occupied Norway, many of the soldiers of the army etc. there also went to Britain and joined the British Army so that they could fight Germany along with them to free their country. Now Britain trained them and sent the citizens of Norway to fight Germany. Only the one who is born in the soil can love it. Now the British Army, using a bomber, dropped 6 paratroopers in the border region of Norway where they met their other comrades already present there, meaning the Norwegian army. Soldiers who used to attack Germany stealthily. Now see, due to Operation Fresham, Germany had suspected that these people would not listen and would try again to blow up this power plant. So the German command increased the security of this power plant a lot. Thousands of soldiers were deployed. Tower lights were installed. Mines were laid all around. Anti-aircraft guns were installed. The entire area was surrounded by fencing. That is, fencing of barbed wires inside which electricity was flowing continuously. Whatever advanced technology of that time could provide security to anything was being used here. Even 400 military dogs were guarding this power plant all the time. Direct entry into this power plant was impossible by any means. But these commandos had a trump card, that is, an inside man who is called Gar Kabedi in the local language. This man was Yamarantha. And that was a railway line which used to bring supplies for the German soldiers directly to this compound through the mountains. Listen to an interesting thing. If you have seen the first Captain America, if you have seen the movie, then the scene of the railway line and it was copied by the Marvel people from here. Do you think that all this is original? No, brother. In the name of creativity, everything is inspirational. Everyone is copying each other by taking inspiration from each other. We are also in the same crowd. Let's move ahead. Now, at the entry gate through which this train used to enter, there were only 2 guards in the name of security, and they too used to change shifts at 12 o'clock midnight. Now these commandos wait for 12 o'clock midnight at a distance of 100 meters. These people had all their equipment like watches, knives, hand grenades, explosives, machine guns, you name it, and they got it. They had everything that they should have. Then as soon as the clock strikes 12 and the commandos change their shifts, these people cut the wires and enter inside. Now from here, they are divided into 2 teams, Team A and Team B. Team A's job was to blow up the heavy water storage depot and machinery with bombs, and Team B's job was to catch them if they were caught. So causing maximum damage means killing as many people as possible. Now look, this thing must be coming to your mind that why the guard dogs were not able to detect their scent. I will tell you later, there is a reason behind it. First, let's finish this mission. Now, these people move ahead. Now both the teams have separated. Team A moves towards the basement, but the doors of the basement were closed. But as they were already told that a cable duct is going in the basement, so they reached the basement through the duct.
Now there were only 2 people inside the lab.
They quickly finish their work and place explosives everywhere inside the entire lab. Team A goes out through the same route by which it came and meets Team B. Exactly 12 minutes later there is an explosion, but the sound of the explosion does not reach outside because the heavy concrete with which the basement was made muffled the sound of this explosion. Now this thing benefited them that they would get time to get out of there. That is, the Germans would get to know late that what happened here. Now, while Team A was planting explosives inside, Team B had made all the preparations to blow up the German military's weapons depots, trucks, cars, and restrooms with explosives. These people went out from the same route they had come from, and when the explosion happened, sirens started ringing all around. By then, they had safely come out of there taking advantage of the darkness of the night. Their mission was 100% successful, but if you are thinking that this incident would have stopped Hitler from making bombs, Then no, not at all. Actually, after this incident, Hitler worked day and night to get the power plant repaired and started the production of heavy water again. Now it is obvious that this news will not be hidden, but it was also certain that this time the power plant will not be attacked.
So the
commandos of the Norwegian army made a plan that when Hitler will transport heavy water from here, that is, send it to Germany, then these people will blow up the ship in which the water will be transported, and this is what happened. Now all these feats delayed Hitler's dream of nuclear bomb, so much so that America went ahead of Germany. Hitler was defeated, America dropped the atom bomb on Japan, and the war ended. This operation was one of the top operations in the history of world military, named Operation Gunnerside.
Now, let's
talk about some scientific facts. After all, how close was Hitler to the atomic bomb? So see, according to the data available in the public domain, Hitler needed only one more barrel of water, that is D2O, and if he had got it on time, Hitler would have tested the nuclear bomb before America. That is, all the material was ready. All that was left was to perform the Haven. Thanks to these 6 commandos who foiled Hitler's intentions. What is this D2O? Look, D2O is also water, but instead of hydrogen it has an isotope of hydrogen, which has 2 neutrons. So, how does it work as a moderator? When uranium fission takes place, it will slow down the neutrons coming out of it so much that they will not have enough energy to collide with other uranium atoms and break them. That is, it reduces their energy. Now you must be thinking that power plants are used to generate electricity. So, what was D2O doing here? So listen carefully. You can separate D2O from ordinary water by electrolyzing it. But after electrolyzing thousands of liters of water, you will get a few milliliters of pure deutazine. Obviously, where you have built a dam, and usually where a dam is built, electricity is generated, that is, a hydropower plant. So, that is why the Norwegian government was taking deutazine for its fertilizer, but this deutazine clear transmutation is a method by which you can create elements artificially. Now, to convert uranium into plutonium, you will have to throw neutrons at it. But to control how many neutrons collide with that uranium atom, you need a moderator, and this heavy water, that is D2O, works like a moderator. Now, let's talk about the chemical that they used, dog. To protect yourself from this, you should take mustard oil. It is mustard oil. Apply a little of it and try going near a dog and you will understand what I am trying to say. Dogs do ain't like mustard oil. Now, is this the same chemical that these people used? No, not at all. Do you think that by giving information about such things this channel will be able to remain safe? Not at all. YouTube one in the video, Jai Hind Jai Bharat.